Hey YouTube, Campervan Kevin here. Well, today I'm somewhere in Idaho. It's like Groundhog Day, but for real. I've left 3 times. I can't get past 100 miles from here. Have to come back. Oh, why did I come back? Well, this rack that I had to cut to get the motorcycle to fit, get the handlebars to fit under here. Here's what I did to it. If you hadn't seen the video, when I purchased that 1993 Honda Dual Sport, what? No way I was going to leave that thing. So I thought I could just cut a little piece out, right? So I cut a little piece out, and I had to cut a little bit more. And I was like, well, this is hard work. I'm going to cut a chunk out of it, get my handlebars to fit under here. Well, if I had it to do over again, I'd have cut it off down here at these legs, even with a bumper. That would have been what I've done. I just could have took a hacksaw or grinder and cut it off even where they tacked it onto this on either side. But live and learn, die and forget it all. So I came back to my welder friend here in Idaho City, Dave's. He's the guy with that Mustang and that pretty red GMC truck. And he was upset. He was upset that I cut his rack all up that he built for me. He almost didn't take the job to fix it. That's how mad he was. He said, I pour my heart and soul into stuff like this, and you chop it up with a hacksaw and a grinder. I said, David, could you have left this motorcycle? And he looked the motorcycle over. He looked it over. He says, I understand. He said, but it's going to cost you. I said, I know. I have moved my license plate from where the WOOF sticker is on up higher to where it can be seen. You can see my tail lights pretty good. I'm working on something about that too. But look here at the video that I shot for someone. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave the sound on it or not. And see how bad this motorcycle shakes on here. So, y'all see that? I added that Z-bar hitch and everything, but it's just not stable. And this hitch is rated for 500 or 600 pounds, and that motorcycle don't weigh but around 250, 260. Dave here, he didn't want the liability of trying to strengthen this, because once he welds on it and this sucker breaks, he's liable for it. He wouldn't touch it. But I found another welder that would. So what we're going to do, we're going to notch out the bumper here. Let's see if I can draw it. Like so. And we're going to put a female receiver hitch up into there and tack it on here on both sides. The same height as this one. That'll give me 3 points for strength. I did that on the back of Bob the Bug Out Bus that I had. There's a video right here at the top corner. And also, I'll make sure that the other two are this same height. I'm going to weld a plate here into there to try to strengthen it up. I'm just afraid this thing's going to break. And I'm going to lose the bike. And even worse, lose the bike and hurt somebody behind me. So that's what's going on. Real life stuff. I don't pull any punches. I show you the good and the bad, everything that's going on. Am I happy about it? Well, of course I'm not. But I figure it's best to take my time and get things as good and solid and safe as I can. But it's getting time to go. It's getting cold up here in the mornings. Tell you what. But my bike is in JD's shop. I'm back at his house. I'm going to put me a mailbox right here on this post. Campervan Kevin. But anyway, my bike's up there, so when I go see this other welder, we can get this done. But trying to get in touch with JD to get my bike out of the shop. I hadn't rode it yet. Time to do that. Okay, bike's here in JD's shop. I'm gonna open her up and get her out. Didn't want to leave it sitting out in the rain last night, and he don't need to be on the rack to be welded on. Thank you, JD. It's JD's four-wheeler. Morning, Sparky. He can't hear nothing. He's deaf. Hey, buddy. He's sweet. But this is JD's workhorse. But it's time I rode this thing. I don't have any GoPro mounts on my helmet yet, so I can't take you riding that way. Okay, I got my temporary tag. It's good for 30 days. Got my insurance card. It's time to go riding. We got to name this thing. Of course, it's a girl. My first thought is 250. 250. Who knows? Maybe L for Laura. Every bike's got to have a name. It'll come to me. If you have any ideas, put it down in the comment section below. So, 1,872 miles. Turn the ignition on. Low beam it. Pull the choke. And one kick should do it. That took 2 kicks. Thanks, JD. I gotta go get my helmet, my riding gloves, and then go put some miles on. Time to get my helmet and kept my riding gloves. I gave my buddy all my riding gear when I sold RV Base Camp, but I kept these gloves. Why'd you keep them? Well, I thought I could use them for something else, Tuck. I like having nice gear, but get my helmet out of there and take the label off. But I gave my buddy all my old riding gear. I had honestly planned not to ride again. I honestly don't know if I can ride again, or if I should ride again. But I'm going to do it, and I'm going to find out. The old injuries plagued me so bad I had to quit before. But once it's in your blood, it's in your blood. I could have just as easily done a YouTube channel over motorcycles as I have RVs. I have just as much experience. Just because I have an injury doesn't mean that my life stops. I can do it. I just don't know how much I'm going to have to pay for it the next day or that afternoon. We'll see. Get this label off, Tuck. I'm not stopping you. Thanks, Tuck. It'll never be that pretty and bug-free again. That was fun. Let's do it again. You ready? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Why did I forget and not do this the first time? Woo! Dad, have you lost your cotton picking mind? I think he has. Maybe, Martini. It's been kind of stressful lately. Yeah. It's been cold at night, but it warms up during the day. Leave the air conditioner on for them. They'll be okay for a minute. I've got 2 GoPros, but all my mounts are on my other motorcycle helmet that I gave my buddy. So I got to get some mounts to put on this helmet. I like this modular helmet a lot. I thought it was a 3X. It's a 4X. I gotta cut that string. That's what happens when you think so highly of yourself like I do. Your head gets bigger and bigger. That's what happens every time I say I'm pretty. I'm still pretty. My head gets bigger. I gotta quit They don't go up with one more size. Oh yeah, and for all you people say that I'm racist for saying cotton picker, my aunt, my uncle, and my mother all picked cotton's children. So I get a pass. Got rain clouds coming in. Not just a little bit. Look at this. I've only been riding it about 10-15 minutes. Have yet to get it over 45 miles an hour. I'm on some free camping land here. Not sure who owns it. BLM or just a lot of land around here you can camp. Some little side-by-sides going on up there. Got a fire ring. Y'all name this motorcycle yet? Red, white, and blue? Maybe Betsy, like Betsy Ross made the flag. Look at this. Woo! See, with this motorcycle, I can take you to even more places like this. Got a stream feeding it right here. I'll walk down here without busting my butt. But so my buddy that I gave all my riding gear to, several $1,000s worth, literally, he bought him a Harley, and he used some of it, but then he quit riding. So I talked to him the other day. Just going to try to get my CD boots back. I've had them 15 years, my motorcycle boots, and I really loved them. I wanted my friend safe. I didn't think I was going to ride anymore. So like I said, I gave him everything, and I talked to him. He said, Kevin, I'm not riding anymore. Let me give you your gear back. I said, are you sure? I said, I'll replace it with whatever you want. He says, no, I'll let you have it back. So he's mailing me all of my not all of it. He's mailing me some of my motorcycle gear back. It'll be ahead of me on my travels. It should get there tomorrow or the next day. So I'll be riding with my gear again. I think that's important. We just got to look at this again. You know me and water. I like it. I hope you like it. These Keens I have right here, Keens, these are the utility boots. I think they'll make pretty good riding motorcycle boots. Nothing like my Seedies, S-I-D-I, Seedies. I gave over 300 bucks for them 15 years ago. But the motorcycle's doing good. A lot of you talked to me about my shovel. I just threw it on there, I wasn't riding with it. Had it pointing forward, the sharp end. Everybody said, you gotta turn that thing around. I said, that's a good idea. Didn't think about it. Then everybody says, why do you have a shovel anyway? I said, that's a good question. I've rode all my life and never carried a shovel. But the only thing that's really not stock on this bike is this big old rear sprocket. And looks like 45 or 50 is where it's wanting to stay at. I don't know if I like that or not. I'm gonna have to use it some more. I've got the original sprocket. I bet you I'll end up putting that back on. I got to get some riding done before this rain cloud lets loose. I'm gonna go somewhere. Everybody's like, you gonna take the WOOF pack with you on the motorcycle? You know, just kind of kidding with me, right? I had a dog, her name was Taya. She rode 40,000 miles behind me on my Gold Wings. She sat behind me and leaned into my back. She sat this way across the bike. East-west. But Martini, she rides on the gas tank. Put a harness around my neck, harness around her. She puts her paws on top of the handlebars. Right there. And looks that way. Here's a picture of her with her doggles. Dog goggles. Pink, no less. And here's a picture of me and her sitting on my Ninja. She was a good rider. I think she's probably got about 2,000 miles, road miles on her. But that's about when I really quit riding mostly. And she was a good rider. Am I going to put them back on here? I don't know. Maybe Martini. She liked it so much. I got to find a safe way to do it, of course. I pulled into the Idaho City Hardware here. That's my direction back to JD's. And that's rain. Right there. Let's see if I can get me a cheap raincoat. Something. They had ponchos. $3.99. Y'all see that? I'm gonna need it. I'm a very prepared person. Not today. I didn't know I was gonna ride this far. Who's getting wet today? Not that guy. Well, made it back to JD's shop. I like the bike. I like it a lot. The suspension's incredible. So it's a soft ride. It's nice. But that rear sprocket, I don't like it at all. I get up about 40. It likes to run about 45. Maybe. No, I was going to say maybe 50, but no. And it'll do 55. It's revved up pretty high. I'm going to put the stock sprocket back on and lose the off-road capability some and have the speed on the highway better. I don't want to get run over. Yep, this sprocket right here is just way too big. Here's the stock we're going to put on. The bike looks a little bit different. We got the rear wheel off. We'll get the chain off first. Get this monster sprocket off of here. This is a 40 tooth sprocket. I don't know how many this one is. A lot more. Here are the different sizes in the sprockets. I'll put one on top of the other. It's going to make a big difference in my top end. Well, here are the 40 tooth sprockets on. Tucker, you can't help me, buddy. Shoo. Let Daddy work. Had to take this extension off for the chain slider and take this extension off for the chain guard, and we'll have it. Well, okay, got that big old sprocket off the back of it, but it's got dark outside, cold, started raining again. So I'm not going to test drive it tonight. I want to thank JD right here for letting me use his shop and him helping me. Appreciate it very much. But I'm gonna let this be the end of the video if he don't take my dog from me. You can't stay with him, Martini.
Yeah, I can.
Baby MaeMae would. She'd stay here in a second. All right, thanks, JD. I'm gonna end this video right here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Tucker's gonna bite him. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Hey, we'll see you again soon. You guys take care. See you next time.